Okay, so in this practice, we talked about how to multiply and divide with the rational expression. So it's going to follow the same as single numbers. If a over b times xy, the denominator multiply the denominator, the numerator multiply the numerator. So we have ax times over by. If a division, a over b divided by x over y, we flip it the second fraction first. We have a over b times y over x. We flip it. So these two, you flip it upside down, which is the reciprocal. And then you just follow the multiplication rule, which is ay over bx. If something that more complicated, such as a over b over x over y, again, you can see this as a division, which is a over b divided by x over y, and then we follow the division property, which is a over b times y over x, and then multiplication, which is ay over bx. Okay, now let's do some simple example, such as 5x squared over 4 times 6x over 5. So the first step is you can try to simplify first. Let's see what number they can cross cancel. 5 and 5, 4 and 6, they can both divide it by 2. So we have 3 left, 2 left. So the expression, I can write it as x squared over 2 times 3 over 1. And then the top multiply the top, the bottom multiply the bottom. We have 3x squared over 2. So that's the answer. Okay. And then division. We have a 10 over 10p over 5 divided by 8 over 10. Okay, you can just simplify by, okay, 10 and 10, they cross simplify. No, this is wrong. You need to flip it first by multiply the reciprocal. You can just cross cancel like that. So we reciprocate it. So we have 10 over 5p times 10 over 8. Now let's simplify it. 10 and 10. Oh, 10 and 10, they can simplify now because they're all both on the numerator. But 8 and 10, they can divide it by 2. So I have 5 left. And here we have 4 divided by 2. Okay. Okay, 5 and 5, they can continue to simplify each other. So what's left in the bottom is 1. So I have a p over 1 times 10 over 4. Okay, I can continue to simplify. 4 and 10, I have 5 over 2. So this is end up to be 5 times p over 2. That's the simplest. Always reduce the fraction into the simplest form. That's really important. So now a little bit complicated one. What if it's a function? So I have 7m minus 6 over m minus 6 times 5m, 7m minus 5 over 7 and 7m minus 5. You can simplify it by itself first. Okay, so this one, first of all, you can view it as m minus 1, m minus 6 times 1. Okay, so I can simplify m minus 6 and m minus 6. And 7m minus 5, 7m minus 5. But that's not it. I also can cross simplify by 7 and 7. So what's left is 5m times 1 over 1 times 1, because they all got cancelled. So I end up to 5m over 1, which is 5m. Okay, so now let's do a division 1. 7r over 7r plus 10 divided by r minus 6 over r minus 6 squared. Flip it first. Always flip it first. I have 7r over 7r, r plus 10, and then multiply r minus 6 squared over r minus 6. Okay, now let's simplify it. Again, 7r, 7r, cross cancel, these have 1 left. 6 minus r minus 6, we can view it as 6 minus r times 1. So 1 of the r minus 6 got cancelled. So what's left is r minus 6 over r plus 10. And people will try to continue, right? They were trying to say, okay, there's r, cross cancel. No. This is wrong. In order to do that, you need to have r for every term. Otherwise, you can't just cross cancel r like that. This is the simplest form. R minus 6 over r plus 10. This is really important because I've seen that in our quizzes and the tests. That's it. Okay, so what about multiply? I have 3x plus 6 over 12 minus 24 and then x plus 3. Again, let's try to simplify it. So when you multiply a whole number, you can view it as what? You multiply 12x. You view it as x minus 3 over 1. Is that easier? So you can still follow the numerator, multiply the numerator, and denominator, multiply the denominator. Oh, this is math. Let me rewrite this. I have 12x minus 24. Here it's much better. Okay, so let's factor the top. We have 3 in common, so we have x plus 2 over 12, and the 24, we have 12 in common. And then times x minus 3 over 1. Okay, so now let's combine the terms. We have 3 times x plus 2 times x minus 1 all over 12x minus 2. And then 3 and 12, since it's one of the factor, so I can simplify these. X4. So I end up with the answer is x plus 2 times x minus 3 over 4 times x minus 2. Again, don't try to cross cancel the x in here, because x is not the factor. Okay, that should be your final answer. Let's have a complicated one. Let's do something that miss. Multiplication and division. We have x squared minus 1 over 2x minus 4 times x squared minus 4 over x squared minus x minus 2 divided by x squared plus x minus 2 over 3x minus 6. Okay, you can either factor the common factor first or just flip it. I would just flip it first in case I forgot. So I have x squared minus 1 over 2x minus 4. I just write down everything that I did for the first two. And then the second one, the third terms, we flip it and then multiply its reciprocal, which is 3x minus 6 over x squared plus x minus 2. Now we factor each term one by one. X squared minus 1 with x plus 1, x minus 1 over common factor 2. The second one, we can have x plus 2, x minus 2. The third one, we use AC method. Try to do it by yourself. I'm going to skip the steps in here. because I feel like by now you should be really familiar with this AC method or factor with the special product. Then times common factor 3, x minus 2, over, again, AC method, x plus 2 times x minus 1. Okay, so now let's see what do they have in common that we can cross cancel. X minus 2, 1, another x minus 2, x plus 2 in here. Let me use a different color each time. And then we also have what? X plus 1, x minus 1. When you cross cancel, it has to be 1 on the denominator. The other one is in the denominator. Okay, so that's all we have left, which is 3 times, oh, we have another, we're missing x minus 1 in here. So what do we have left is 3 times x plus 1 over 2 times x minus 1. Okay, simple, right? Not really hard. Just stick to the rule, which is when it comes to division, you flip it first, multiply is reciprocal, flip it, and then you factor the common factor. That's it. It's really easy. Good luck.